An electrician's definition of investment risk. I think you'll get a lot out of this example my man Todd has sent to me. Very illuminating and interesting too. I'm not even sure if Todd's an electrician per se. I know he's like he knows stuff. I'm just not sure if he's like ever consider himself like an HVAC guy or an electrician. I'm not sure, but this guy I worked with, just a legend. He and his better half, and just in fact, Todd's. So check this out. We're gonna read this email. He calls me Mr. Scan. You don't know who he is, obviously. Mr. Scanlon, as you should call me Mr. Scanlon there, Toddy, but you actually should call me Doctor. Dr. Scanlon. If Jill Biden can be a doctor, then I can be a doctor. That's what my man Turtle Boy says all the time. It's funny. I stopped watching Turtle Boy because he's so focused on this Karen Reed thing. I like it, but just it bores me now. He's been talking about it for a year and a half. It's done great for him, his channel and all that. But it's a true crime case of cops, police incompetence, and outright corruption. That stuff kind of bores me. But anyway, but he says, call me Dr. Turtle Boy because if Jill Biden is a doctor, then I'm a doctor too. So Todd, you messed up. You should have called me doctor. But he said, hey, not sure if the examples below will help explain standard deviation. I may be way off. And no more emails from me, I promise. I don't want to be considered a stalker. And Todd, this is the second email to me. He sent me 2 emails. Oh my goodness, you're not stalking me with 2 emails, dude. Trust me. I have very rarely do I get a guy who emails on a regular basis. I mean, when I'm in the mid, like I'm working with a guy right now in California, and we send emails back and forth. It's not a big deal, man. If I get 20 emails a day, I'm like, dude, kill me, man. But that's never happened. Maybe 2 or 3 emails a week while we're settling down this pretty significant investment this guy's making, and that's about the extent of any. It's not even over the top, but then I won't hear from him for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. If the guy's sending me 2 or 3 emails a week, 52 weeks a year, I'll be like, dude, enough. But that's pretty much it, man. And that's not even abusive at all. It's just like we're working on a big transition for this guy, and that's legitimate. But I don't get anyone like that. So 2 emails, man, that's fine. That's no big deal at all. But I just appreciate the fact that Todd's like worried about me. It's fantastic. So anyway, no, we just came. No, oh boy. Oh, Barky McGee over there. Pablo Escobar, but that's not even Pablo Escobar. That's Finnegan. Oh, okay, Pablo, man, that's not good. All right. Anyway, so not sure if this will help with explaining standard deviation. Standard deviation equals size of wire, conductor size. Number 3 gauge, large wire, has 100 amps, more power, greater return, but more dangerous to work with, more risk. 14 gauge, so here's a number 3. Look at all those wires in there. What's that? I can't tell. Is that 6 copper wires, 7 copper wires? You can run 100 amps through that guy, conductor. Look at that. And here's a number 14 gauge. And I think I think for most housing, I think is what 14.2 is what it is. I think for standard wires in your home. But check this out. Number 14 gauge, 15 amps, less power, small return, but very safe to work on, very little risk. Standard deviation equals wire size. This is constant. AC alternative current breaker box, constant voltage, 120, 240, 200 amps. Load return is limited by standard deviation wire size. Check this. Breaker box have the same amount of power. With different wire sizes, you can use more power to operate larger applications. Oven, dryer, water heater, and pool heater, but this is limited by wire size, standard deviation. You got a 120 volt breaker, 204. So you need a 12-2 wire. I think is what it was. 12-2 wire for 120 volt breaker, a 240 volt breaker, which I presume is going to be this oven, dryer, water heater, pool heater. You need a what do you say here? A 10-2 wire. So here's your 10 gauge wire, can run 30 amps. I forgot what the second part of that number is. You guys will know better than me. Anyway, very interesting. Or a 10-3 wire, I guess we say. I don't know that. This is well beyond my capacity, my skill set. I'm somewhat familiar with wires, just in terms of gauge size, but in terms of putting all that stuff together, now, dude, I'm a caveman. But I think it's great. So again, the lower the gauge, essentially the thicker the wire, all right, that means the bigger the return. You can run pool heaters on, ovens, if you have a big wire. But man, if you get zapped by that, you are literally riding the lightning. A 12-2, a 14-2, you can run your fan on, and obviously more than that, but just a fan. You got your little fan. I don't have one here right now, but you can run your fan and you're not going to get killed. I don't try this at home. I don't know, but you're not probably going to ride the lightning. And I could be 100% wrong, but you kind of get the gist. So yes, a smaller wire you can run It's safer, and you can run small utilities, a small load. A bigger wire is more dangerous, but you can run bigger loads, and we need bigger loads for most people because we got to have a pool heater, we got to have an oven and stuff like that. So we got to take more risk to be able to run the oven. You got to take more risk to be able to buy the oven essentially in your investment portfolio. Anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting, and I just, like I said, my audience is full of just freaking legends, dude. These guys know so much more than I do, and a lot of times they just look at me and say, "I just want some." Look, dude, financial planning in of itself isn't. You don't have to be a freaking, you don't have to be Rudolph Diesel to know this stuff. But you don't. The problem is you don't know what you don't know. I know what you don't know when it comes to this because I've been doing it for so long, dude. You see what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee a guy could wire my wires here just like that because he's been doing it since 1998. It takes him 5 seconds. I don't know how to do it. I kind of do, but I'm not trying to. I don't want to get killed. I'm not going to go on my roof to freaking start pulling stuff off. I don't have the skill set for that. I mean, could I figure out? Sure. It's not my skill set. So I hire somebody to do it. Oh, you can do it yourself? Yeah, you can do financial planning yourself, or you could do barking yourself like Clown McGee right there. Dude, we just came inside. We just came inside. Yeah, now he wants to go back. You're not even, you got your stuff clipped. Like, I remember we used to have a dog named Doggy. And whenever a lady dog was in heat on Peaks Island, Doggy literally jumped through the window. He would jump through the window. On our first floor was high. You know what I'm saying? This one he lived in Maine. And he would jump through the window. And one time he jumped through the window and he broke it. So one time we had the window open. He jumped through it to go get at the girl dog who was in heat. Another time he jumped through the window, not realizing it wasn't open, it was closed, and he broke through the window. Did that really happen? I kind of remember, maybe, yeah, I'm almost positive it happened because I remember we had a window broken. It took my dad forever to fix it. We had to have the plywood up. I can't remember. Anyway, Doggy, love that dog. Man, if you knocked on our front door, we had this big oval-shaped wooden door with an oval-shaped window. It was freaking beautiful, and that door was like freaking thick, dude. And when anyone knocked on that door, man, Doggy would go nuts, scare the living bejesus out of you. And even like you say, Doggy, stop, he like attack the door, scratch it, and even I'd be like, has he got has he gone rabies or something? Because he's gone nuts. But anyway. God bless, Todd. Appreciate the email. It's a good way to look at this. I'll, if you have some thoughts to add, paw the like button, bark at the subscription list. Make sure you bark to subscribe, paw the like button, and add your comments. Love to hear it. All right, God bless.